And what I say to you, I say to all, keep awake. Oh, but it's so much better to sleep. Is it not, young man? Much better to put your head down against your grandfather and just go to sleep. The preacher got a lullaby-like voice, but it's all in the mood. Back to sleep. Well, that woke us up. I don't know how we planned that particular sound adventure, but there we go. It's nice to sleep, and maybe some of our fellow Christians, parishioners, have decided to worship at Our Lady of the Holy Mattress, as we say. Sometimes this morning, who knows where people are. And who has not felt the allure of just staying right where you are when you open your eyes in the morning and say, it's all right. Nothing wrong with being right here where I am. Nothing wrong with staying asleep. But the gospel message is keep awake. And if we're going to keep awake, the first thing to do is to wake up. The second thing to do is to stay that way. Wake up and stay that way. Wake up to what? Stay awake for what? Well, the gospel's pretty clear on this, but it's a strange thing for us to think about. In the Advent season, in the coming of in the church year as we await Christmas and the Lord's coming among us, the church remembers that in its early years, and decades, and centuries, everybody thought it could be him tomorrow. He could be back the very next time the sun comes up over the horizon. That could be the day the Son of Man rides in all his glory to judge the world, to judge the wicked and the good, to tell the goats from the sheep, and to make all things pure and all things holy. It could be as early as tonight. It could be as early as noon. Who knows? And they were convinced because they had seen him leave and they had heard him promise to return, that the return would be any day now, any moment. And so to their own days and their own times they said, keep awake, for you do not know when he will return. We don't want him to catch you napping. We wouldn't want him to catch us not awake to do the work he had given us to do. We would not want him to find that we had not shared the gospel as broadly as we could in our world. We had not borne Christ's love to those who needed. We had not fed those who were hungry with enough food. We had not given those who needed a drink something to drink. We had not visited those who were ill or in prison or in other kind of need. We would not want him to find that we had gone to sleep and forgotten our work as people of the gospel. Actually, when we say it that way, it's as relevant right now as it was back then. Although I do not think we're living in the end of times, the odds of that are pretty slim, given any particular time of the year or our lives or the world. But the need to keep awake is still as strong as if we were. The need to not fall asleep, to let the way things are just lull us back to being passive, restful, contented with the way things are. The need to not do that is as powerful now as it was then. You can easily find reason to keep awake every time you turn on the news. Every time you read the paper. Every time you notice what certain kinds of people in certain Capitol buildings find themselves doing late at night, when they think nobody's watching. When they think everybody gone to sleep and not paying attention to them. I better leave it there. But you all know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You all know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Keep awake. They ain't done with what they're trying to take. They are not finished with the work they would do when everyone's asleep. Keep awake. It would be nice if the master would return and discipline those who do ill. I don't think he's going to do it anytime soon. I don't know, but I don't think so. Which means it's up to those of us who keep awake to do it in the ways it is best to do. To hold accountable those who do wrong and who would cheat and rob and steal and ruin and despoil out of greed or malice or both. This world, this land, our land. Keep awake. Pay attention. How have we moved as a people to care more for those in need, or are we moving somehow in the wrong direction? And all it takes to move in the wrong direction is not for good people to suddenly turn evil. You know what happens? It's when good people who know what we ought to do kind of fall asleep. Kind of get used to drifting with the current the way things are. Get used to saying, you know what? I'm just a small, humble man, not really a small man, but not a powerful man. I can't do much. What am I supposed to do about it? We can easily go to sleep and not see an opportunity, whatever it may be. And that's all the more reason in this season of Advent, in this season of expectation, keep awake. Watch, listen, learn, speak out, stand up if you can. Make your voice heard. Make God's voice louder for those who need to hear it. That's what the lesson from Isaiah wanted us to keep in mind. It comes from a time, like so many times, when the voice of God was getting hard to hear. They remembered that there was a time that their people had heard on the top of the mountain at Sinai the thunderous roar of God giving people rules to live by. They didn't hear that voice in their own day. And they wondered where it was. And they thought it was their fault that God had stopped paying attention to them, because otherwise it was too hard to process what might have happened. Why else would he not pay attention to us? You meet those who gladly do right, those who remember you and your ways, he said. But you are angry, and we sinned. Here's the key part. Because you hid yourself, we transgressed. Now they're being honest when they write that. They're being forthright, and it's not a pleasant thing to realize about yourselves, but they did. We don't know where God is, so why bother? I can't hear God's voice, so why should I care? I don't know what he wants. I'll pretend I don't know what he wants, because I don't see him, don't hear him, don't feel him hanging around, so what? Because we did not hear him or see him, we transgressed. That's both honest and a call to wake up. Honest and a call to wake up. Why? Because we know deep down inside what God would have us do. We know deep down inside the power of the great commandments. Love God with heart and soul and mind. The second one is?
Love your neighbor.
Love your neighbor as yourself. Yes. And the corollary is love yourselves as good as your neighbor, right? No cause for the people of God to despise themselves, right? But those commandments we know by heart. I would have been happier had we all cheered for them, but you know them deep down, right? So though God may be far away, the ways of God are as near as our own hand and heart. Keep awake. Make sure you listen to the voice of God inside. To love as best we may. Make the changes in the world he would have us make. Do not be angry, Lord. Do not remember our iniquity forever, he said. We are all your people. As we await his coming again this Advent, let us be mindful and keep awake. Never forget we are all his people.